Welcome to my version of America's dirtiest jobs, but I call this America's sweetest job because inside this pail is 40 pounds of organic honey from Dan Lynn Farms in Pedricktown, New Jersey. I was there standing at the beehive where this came from. So this is a fall batch. It's very dark in color. It's sweet, okay? First thing we're gonna do is open up a 40-pound pail. If you've never done this, it's a job in itself. Tools, we'll need a hammer, screwdriver, maybe a pair of pliers. Then the honey's gonna go into those jars and we would need a funnel, okay? So let's start by opening up a 40-pound pail here. 40-pound bucket, okay? Normally there's a thing that pulls off and comes around. This one is not cooperating, so I'm just going to open up each one. Now let's see if we can somehow get this lid off. So all the holes are broken. I'm just trying to loosen up this lid now. I heard the seal break on it, so hopefully we'll have this open soon. Okay, we're making headway. How's that? Okay, I think we need to open one more here. Okay, these are my lucky pliers. Want to know why? When I first got into the orchestra in 1985, my car was stolen. I couldn't believe it. I had this car on the street in Manhattan for 2.5 years. Nobody ever touched that car. I moved down here, someone stole the car. I got it back 1 week later, and whoever stole this car left these pliers on the front seat. They've been my lucky pliers ever since. So now that that's open, let's have a look at this. 40 pounds of God's food, organic honey. Look at that color. So let's move on to step 2 now. Jar, funnel, ladle. This is where it gets messy. So I'm going to take this, and if we can maybe scrape off this each time up. Okay, into the ladle, into the jar. See that? Look at that. That is serious honey. Okay, let's get a few more of those going, and we'll fill up each jar like that, okay? Look at that. Okay, that's 1 jar full. Let's do the rest. Okay, you can pause it. Okay, we're making progress here. We're maybe 7/8 of the way done, transferring 40 pounds of honey into the jars from the 40-pound bucket. So let's take a look at this. We've got, this hooks nicely onto the bucket, and we've got, try to spill as little as we can. So here, you can see that jar. These are pretty big jars. And these go over here, and let's put this funnel into a new jar. And if you look over here, we've got, I think, 15 total plus those, so that would be 16 total now with those two. So this is how much is left in the bucket now. You see, we're making nice headway. Okay? Things are moving along nicely with the honey transfer. We have 20 jars all filled. These are pretty big jars. So that's what's left now out of a 40-pound bucket of honey. So we have a half jar there, and we're gonna let this slow drip into the last jar now. Okay? And we'll leave it like that and let gravity do its work. And that'll fill up the remainder of that jar. Here we go. Carly Simon said it right. Anticipation. Look at that. So we'll let that drain into the last jar, and then I'll be on cleanup detail. Then I'll go play a concert tonight.